We know Satan is the great imitator. He's always trying to be like God. And through his Antichrist beast system, he's going to try and give himself some type of technology and system to give him the appearance that he has the power of God. And in order to do that, digital ID is necessary. And we've been talking about it's coming, it's coming. They're working on it, they're working on it. But now we've hit the point where of it's here and it's coming online. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Zach, the Wretched Watchman, bringing you a little bit of news. What's going on with biometrics and digital ID and all this stuff. Now, last week I put out a video that was talking about how the EU is bringing in a system where they are going to require prior permission as well as a biometric facial scan and fingerprint scan in order to enter in to some of the countries, most of the countries in the European Union. And this is just one step in the direction of controlling, tracking, tracing, and continuing to have a rolling digital database of everybody online. And so there's more coming out in the aspect of ID and travel and all of these things. We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. But we've got to the point of it's now here and it's starting to come online. And so we've got some more information coming from the IATA. And this is coming out saying the first fully integrated digital identity travel experience from shopping for flights to arrival has been demonstrated on a journey from LHR to FCO with British Airways. Airways, excuse me. It's interesting that it's also British Airways that's all connected up into where this new system of permission and everything is all established. That's quite interesting. It says this marks a significant stride towards simpler and smoother travel experiences in the future. And then it was responded by SICPA. This is SICPA is delighted to be partnering with the IATA on its first digital identity proof of concept for travel, demonstrating secure identity-related data process from booking to custom clearance. So if we dig further into the press release on this, it comes from Business Wire. So SICPA partners with IATA for first digital identity proof of concept for travel, demonstrating secure identity-related data process from booking to boarding and border crossing. This comes from Switzerland. That's where SICPA is from. And it's the SICPA, in collaboration with the International Air Transportation or Transport Association, IATA, and other industry partners, supported the first travel experience using digital identities, streamlining the process from booking a flight to border crossing at arrival. The demonstration successfully took place on a journey from London Heathrow to Rome with British Airways. I keep saying Airwaves. I apologize. British Airways, and was presented at the IATA World Passengers Symposium in Chicago on the 25th of October, 2023. So not too long ago. The London to Rome journey serves as a proof of concept of a project incubated in the IATA Innovation Lab since 2022, just a couple years after 2020. We'll get to that in a minute, where SICPA provided its innovative technology for the creation and issuance of verifiable credentials, any document, object, or data that proves the identity of a person through its digital identity platform as part of a wider IATA project called Identity Management and Distribution. You're just becoming a number. You're just a face and a number in a system to them. That's all that's really showing right there. Other proof of concept industry partners include Accenture, which we understand Accenture is huge when it comes to creating this one world government. And we understand Julie Sweet. I've talked about her before. She is basically the chairman of Accenture. She also sits on the board of directors for the World Economic Forum, as well as Amadeus, Australian Border Force, AWS, which is Amazon Web Service. So no surprise Amazon is involved. Branch-based British Airwaves, ID Now, Aeroport of Del Roma, Trip.com, and for Chaka. Some of those, you know me, I can't pronounce those things. But we keep going with this. We get some ideas of what's all involved. And I've got a video here in a minute that I'll show you that'll really break it down and show you from the buying process all the way to gate crossing. I'll show you in a second, but let's go over this first. It says creation of a portable digital identity. Man, that's just, it just sounds evil. It really does. Creation of a portable digital identity. It just sounds evil. Digital identity portability gives people in a way to create a single set of digital credentials, any document, object, or data, membership, etc., that proves the identity of a person. So, I mean, your ID, your driver's license, your birth certificate, your passport, anything like that, and a digital identity wallet, which is required for travel, which is required for travel. We'll get back to that in just a second, but I do want to talk to you guys. Required for travel. First, they said it's a convenience factor. It's smoother, it's faster, it's more secure. But now they're saying required. Now, we talked about, again, in 2025, when the EU brings that in, that's going to be a requirement in order to travel there. But we understand it's going to be much bigger. It's going to be global. Bible tells us that this type of system, it may not be this exact system, but something like it, where it's going to be able to keep tabs on everybody and control them, and all these things is going to be established. It's part of the one world government and one world economy. It's going to be required. You're going to have to play along with this in order to do anything. So for right now, it says travel. But this is something that will take place in the future, where you're going to need it in order to buy things. You're going to need it in order to rent things. You're going to need it in order to possibly move around from district to district if they plan on getting these smart cities or smart districts set up. If you plan on doing anything, participating in society, that's the best way to put it. If you plan on participating in society, you're going to need this. And I've also talked about, in order to bring in the digital money, to bring in the digital currency, the CBDC, or whatever they plan on doing, because we know this stuff changes so quickly, you have to first have a digital identity, a digital ID, and a digital wallet. And this is heading straight into that avenue. So we knew this was coming. First, they said it was convenience. Now they're saying it's a requirement. Very interesting. Goes on to say, passengers can create a secure digital passport version in a few simple steps, scanning their passport with a mobile device and verifying identity through, y'all knew it was coming, a biometric liveness check to guarantee that the holder is a human being. You'll have to scan your face with your device right then and there on the spot, giving a biometric scan to confirm that it's you, ensuring the link between the ID document and the rightful owner. This, or the tamper-proof digital credential, is stored in the digital wallet of the travelers and can be provided to a third-party verifiers to have access to different types of services, flight booking, boarding, etc. For privacy purposes, travelers can opt for selective disclosure, revealing only specific digital passport attributes as needed. Only for them, but the big brother who controls all these things has all that information. So they make it sound like you're secure and safe and only giving out stuff that you want, and you still have privacy when you don't. That's the whole point of digital. You have zero privacy. Therefore, passengers have a full control of their personal data. No, you don't. Other applications stemming from digital identity and travel: personalized offers, loyalty card and offers, simplified booking, streamlined e-ticket generation and journey detail, seamless travel requirements, verification, pre-journey processes to confirm travel requirements, and simplified check-ins, enhancing the check-in process by sharing necessary digital documents with the airline, ensuring a full contactless airport experience. There's that key word again, contactless. Again, we'll get to 2020 again here in a second. But it's interesting. Personalized offers. Now, I've talked about this before. Predictive programming. We see things in movies, in books, in games, in comic books, and all these other types of media that show us what the future is going to look like. Now, that's not just done on accident. People want to say, oh, the guy who created The Simpsons, he's a prophet, all these things. No, it's predictive programming. They always are going to tell us what they're doing ahead of time. It's a requirement for the Luciferian Club. Big Brother, the government, all the people in there, Hollywood, everything, they're all a part of this club. We've heard George Carlin talk about it. It's one big club, and you and I aren't in it. Part of the Luciferian Club, the rule book, is they are required to tell you what they're going to do ahead of time, because then they believe once they've told you, the blood is no longer on their hands, it's now on you, because you are following along with it, even if they're forcing you into that perspective. Now, I don't make the rules. That's just what that comes from that, but that's how this works. So predictive programming, there's a movie called The Minority Report, and it features Tom Cruise. And part of it is as he's walking through the mall, there's eye scanners all over the place that's scanning his ID, and personalized advertisements on video boards and holograms are custom tailored ads for him, whether it's his name or his preference of things or anything like that. They're custom tailored. That's where this is going. If they have your digital identity and you're in a place where there's all this shopping, things can be real-time processed and personalized for you along with your travel experience. Now, again, they're displaying it as some type of positive thing, but it's really not. So let's go ahead and get a peek at what this whole process looks like. You're going to see how absolutely dystopian this is. You're going to see how absolutely evil this is. And you're also going to see how this is going to have this showing to the people who are left behind, at least, that the Antichrist contains Christ-like, godlike powers, because he's going to be able to know and see everything that everybody's doing via this technology. And so let's take a look at this, and you'll see just how crazy this really is. Because, again, we knew it was coming. We've talked all about all the details of what's going to be behind it. But to see it in action is a whole different ballgame. Check this out.
Aviation connects the world, and the experience of air travel is about to become more seamless than ever before. Digital identity technologies and biometrics will enable passengers to hold verifiable credentials in their mobile devices' digital wallets. These secure and trustworthy documents are tamper-resistant and easy to selectively share with relevant parties. Passengers can create a secure digital version of their passport through a two-step process, scanning their passport with a mobile device, which is then verified with a liveness check. These digital credentials, which remain under their control, can now be selectively shared throughout the travel process, from shopping to boarding and beyond. Passengers can also be issued other verifiable credentials, frequent flyer, student ID, and employee cards that will be stored in their digital wallet. When shopping for flights, travelers' ability to selectively share data, preferences, and loyalty status between parties will allow airlines to present a wider variety of better targeted offers to their customers and could unlock special fares. Legacy booking references and e-tickets will become a thing of the past. Instead, an order is created and issued to the passenger. All the information about the journey can now be accessed through this verifiable credential. Passengers are invited to check travel requirements. They can choose to share selected information to understand what is needed for their destination. The passenger is in complete control of their data at all times. Check-in will be a simple click. Digitally stored passport and order information can seamlessly be transferred by the passenger from the wallet to the connected systems. Travelers will no longer be required to manually input information, such as reference numbers. A short SMS will confirm flight details. Traditional boarding passes may become optional in the future if a contactless process is available at the airport. Depending on the circumstances, travelers will be able to share their information selectively with different parties for a seamless and contactless process. This is made possible through interoperability that is supported by the industry standards IATA is building today. Our traveler is now ready to fly, with the freedom to navigate the airport using only a facial scan, to access lounges, and board the flight. IATA's One ID contactless travel standards will make it a reality. Upon landing, biometric gates at immigration allow one to complete the process. All the technology necessary to do this is provided by multiple companies and is currently broadly in individual use. This proof of concept demonstrates how current standards and interoperability can shape a seamless end-to-end travel experience. The future of air travel is here. It puts travelers in control of their data and allows airlines and airports to create more secure, seamless, and personalized experiences for their customers.
Basically, give us all of your privacy, give us all of your rights, give us your life, and we'll allow you to participate in society. When you see it all on display in the way that they did it, where they're showing you step by step and how it's your face that's your key to everything that they allow you to do, at least we'll put it that way, it shows that you have absolutely no privacy. They're going to know where you're at all times through this system. And so far, they're putting it in travel. We've seen some spots here and there when it comes to some stores and stuff that you want to go into. Aldi's had something in the United Kingdom. Amazon's got some shops at like airports and whatnot. And we see things in China with what they've got with the staffless stores and everything. But it's going to become more and more spread out to the point of even if you want to get on a bus in a city, you're going to need to get scanned. If you want to possibly cross over into a different district, you're going to need to get scanned. If you want to buy anything at any store, you're going to need to get scanned. It's everything is about tracking and tracing and keeping tabs on you at all times. And now they're talking about contactless and they're talking about digital passports and all this stuff. Well, if we go back and we take a look at something from a press release from IATA back from 2020, says IATA unveils key design elements of IATA Travel Pass. So this was back in 2020. And it says from Geneva, of course, it's always Geneva. The International Air Transport Association unveiled key design elements of the IATA Travel Pass. IATA Travel Pass is a mobile app to help travelers easily and securely manage their travel in line with any government requirements for 2020 testing or vitamin information. Testing is the immediate solution to safely reopen borders and reconnect people, and eventually this is likely to transition to vitamin requirements. In either case, a secure system to manage 2020 testing or vitamin information is critical. The IATA Travel Pass is a solution that both travelers and governments can trust, and it is being built with data security, convenience, and verification as top priorities, said IATA's Director General and CEO. So again, we're coming back to 2020. We knew this was coming. They've talked about it at the G20 summits and everything, where there's going to be vitamin passports. We understand that's been talked about from the IMF to the World Bank to the WEF to the UN to the Bank for International Settlements, which sits above all of them, that there's going to be digital passports. And we've heard all the talk about the digital IDs and the digital wallets. Some states are rolling it out for driver's licenses. Some states are introducing it to their airports for travel right now. And now we're getting to the point where they said it's going to be a requirement in order to travel. At least for that soon, I'm sure we'll start seeing it in other widespread areas. And of course, if we take a look at the last screen of that video, we see Accenture, which we talked about, Julie Sweet. She's the CEO of Accenture. She also sits on the board of directors for the WEF. We've also got Amazon involved, SICPA's involved, Trip.com, ID Now. And just wait, there's going to be more and more that are going to be jumping on, if they're not already jumped on and just not shown in this proof of concept video. Satan, again, he's going to try his best to imitate the omnipresence of God, where God is everywhere all at once. He sees all, hears all, and knows all. He's going to try and imitate that. He's going to use technology to try and give him the look, the display of that. And so when the Antichrist steps on the scene, people will follow along with him because he's going to appear to have this supernatural ability to be like God. But we understand that that's just garbage. It's just garbage. Technology will fail. God will win in the end. We have the ending already given to us in God's word. And some people want to say, how can you believe that? It's just, just a book of predictions. Well, that book of predictions, as they would say, has not been wrong yet. And from what we see going on out there in the world, looks like it's not going to be wrong for what's coming either. So if you don't have Jesus, just look at the prophecies in the word and then look at what's happening now. There's your proof that all this is real, and it's time to get to Jesus before it's too late. So, and if you do have the Lord, I urge you, get out there and share the gospel with as many people as you possibly can, because that's what we need to do right now. And for those of you who are afraid of this system, you don't want the government to be in your privacy and doing all these things. Well, they're already doing that. They have all tabs and tracking on you as it is right now. And we've got nothing to fear. That's the most important thing. We've got nothing to fear, but because before this becomes really, really bad, we have the blessed hope that Jesus is going to come and take us out before things become too bad. So don't be fearful. Don't worry. The Lord's got you. Remember, they can have all the eyes on us they want, but ultimately, God's got his eyes on them. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave you right here. You guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys later. Peace out, and Maranatha.